It's a Friday afternoon Newha showdown as the Post Eagles welcome the Stonehill Skyhawks to the Sports Center of Connecticut. Thanks for joining me on the CACC Network. I'm Matt Scalzo. Happy you can make me a part of your Friday afternoon. Today we got two teams that are both looking to get back in the win column. Post's last win came on October 26th when it took down Franklin Pierce behind Chris Kell's overtime winner. Since then, the Eagles have been 0-3-1. Last weekend they fell to St. Anselm in Game 1, 2-1, and then tied in Game 2, but lost in the shootout for that extra point. As for Stonehill, hasn't been too long. A split this past weekend against Franklin Pierce, taking Game 1 and come from behind fashion with Lily Geist scoring the winner with just over a minute to go in the third period for a 2-1 win. Game 2 saw the Skyhawks battle back again. They were down 2-0, tied it at 2, but ultimately dropped it 3-2. Starting lineups for today's matchup see the goaltenders in Hannah Saunders starting in between the pipes for Post. She comes in with a 1-6-1 record, has a shutout in her lone win, holds a 2.36 goals against average with a 9.29 save percentage. Alexa Karen starts in between the pipes for the Skyhawks, and we are underway from the Sports Center of Connecticut. Opening draw won by Stonehill. Stonehill is 4-9-0 on the season, Post 2-9-1. It is the 11th all-time meeting between these two schools. Stonehill, all-time advantage 9-1. And have won the last 3 meetings all in shutout fashion over Post. Early opportunities, it's Wysocki speeding it across. Curry a one-timer. That deflects wide of Karen in net. Long stretch pass ahead by Pusla Dyring Anderson. Springs Gracie Saka free, who chips it in behind. And there'll be a penalty upcoming on Saka. Push from behind, straight into the back of Sangel Desai, who goes crashing into the board. She gets up, which is a good sign for this Post team. And 45 seconds in, the Eagles will go to the power play. So far this season, it has not been a strength of this Post team. 4 for 28 for a 14.3% conversion rate this season. As for Stonehill, they have converted on 84.2% of its penalty killing opportunities. Offensive zone draw 1. Sangel Desai, a long shot, gets deflected. Pinched in along the boards. Behind the net, a scrum beneath the goal line. It's picked up by Jody Rose. Walking from an odd angle, feed out in front, looking for the jam attempt from Rowan Ringer, and it just goes wide, and it goes all the way back down to the other end of the ice. Casey Vanden Uterlar springs the breakout ahead. Rose banks it off the board and chases after it. Trying to hold it along the goal line was Maddie Noonan, but it's fired all the way back and escapes the stick of Chris Kell, who blows a tire, and now Catherine Caro races down for Stonehill. Just over a minute left to go in the power play. And it's Jet Devlin saucering it along into the corner. Backhanded along, and it's pinched in by Brooke Larson, but fired all the way down by Sina Spadone. All the way down to Hannah Saunders. She'll stop it, and Kell will have the breakout pass ahead for Tim Marie Graw, and escapes her stick, and it's picked up by Sydney Russell, one of the two captains for this Stonehill team. Cleared out to center by Maeve Connolly, and picked back up. Dyring Anderson turned it over. Macy Peterson almost had it, but Stonehill will stay with it. 30 seconds left to go in the penalty kill. Odd man rush opportunity. Connolly can't stay with it. And Farberman passes it along. It's cleared out by Hannah Luckman. Dyring Anderson on it. Redirected in by Bailey Feeney, the leading points getter on this Stonehill team. Held along by Luckman. Under 10 seconds to go in this power play that has turned into more opportunities for Stonehill as the stuff attempt comes in from Brianna Walkham. And it's covered by Saunders. 2 seconds to go on the penalty kill for Stonehill. And they'll convert on another one. That'll be their 49th successful kill this season, as they win the draw, and it gets poked out towards center. They'll chase after it as Saka comes out of the box. Back to even strength. Lucy Turcott, nice pass up ahead. Here comes with some speed, Mia Kenmore. 10 more below the goal line, closed off. Reinforcements coming for post, and they'll look to go the other way. Closed off. Now a long shot redirected on its way through by Walcom. Saunders got a piece of it, and it comes out to center. Scrum along the boards. Poked back in, and it wraps all the way around the boards where it's picked up by Sajel Desai. At least she's trying to. It kept getting further away from her. She whacks it along, where Stonehill will go back to retrieve it. Spadone up ahead. McKenna Slocum falls down, stays with it on her knees, but taken away by the Eagles. Fired in diagonally from post. Pokes up along the boards. Vanden Uterlar holds it right in front of the blue line. Her shot was blocked, and it came out to the neutral zone before it was fired back in. That was Peyton Wise getting in front of Uterlar's shot. It'll become a neutral zone draw. 16:03 left to go in the first period. Jody Rose and Josie Mendezoon face off, and it is won back by Stonehill. Shot was gloved away, and we'll have a penalty upcoming against post, and it is cross-checking called against Riley Patfield. And now Stonehill will be the ones to go into the power play with 15:52 left to go in the first period. The Skyhawks converting at a 23.3% chance. They have 7 power play goals this season. And the offensive zone draw is won by Catherine Caro. Slid up to Russell. Back to Caro. She's got some space. Walking in, gives it to Bailey Feeney. Back to Caro. Up to the point. Russell, a long shot. Swallowed up by Saunders. And she'll cover to freeze play with 15:37 left to go. Good puck movement on that first chance by top power play unit that has Catherine Caro, Bailey Feeney, Gracie Saka, and Maddie Actel, along with Sydney Russell. Russell with it, toes the line, hands off to Saka. Return feed to Russell, and it's slid over to Caro. Looking to feed it into the center with Feeney. Bumps off her stick, comes back to Russell. Feeney slides it off her stick, but stays with it. Closed off, and the battle ensues along the half wall. Comes to Russell. One-timer from Saka. Gloved away by Saunders. The rebound attempt is stopped. Kell below the goal line trying to clear, and she will. Russell will chase after it. Just a minute left to go in this power play. Some good chances for Stonehill. No icing is called as this one's picked up by Ammons, and she'll fire it back all the way down, where it's picked up by Pusla Dyring Anderson. Bank pass off the boards, nobody's home, and Ammons fires it back in again. Second power play unit is out for Stonehill, just trying to get going in their own zone. And pinch in by Jet Devlin on the forecheck. And it's held in. 32 seconds left to go in the power play. It's fired all the way back down by Ammons once more. Dyring Anderson trying to clear her own zone. It's picked up by Mendezoon. And she'll fire it back in. Lily Geist is on it. Maeve Connolly behind the net. Over to Wise. Back to Regan Wynot. Takes the shot, loses a handle on it. And it's cleared out to neutral ice as the penalty comes to an end as Patfield comes out of the box. Connolly back into the attacking zone. Drop pass to Wynot. Long shot. Stopped in the chest by Saunders. Rebound is loose in the blue crease. And it can't be poked home by the Skyhawks. Wynot picks it up behind her own net and fires it up along. That power play might be able to spring some momentum forward for Stonehill. Had some good looks on it. Wasn't able to find the back of the net. Wynot on it, one of the 2 freshman defensemen along with Sina Spadone. Coach Lee J. Mirasolo has been really impressed with both of those freshmen' play, ability to create offense for this team. A big hit in the corner, and back to the power play goes Stonehill. It'll be Casey Van den Uterlaar to serve this penalty. And just after Post was able to get the kill, that had many good opportunities for Stonehill, the Eagles are going back to a man down, and that top power play unit is back out for Stonehill. Feeney, Saka, Actil, Caro, and Russell. It'll be Caro to battle with Jody Rose, and the draw is won back by Rose, looking to clear along the half wall. Puck is still loose. Battle along the goal line. And it comes out to Caro. Up to Russell. Slid across to Saka. Trying to give it back to Russell, and it's sticked away by Rowe and Ringer, and it'll go all the way down back into Stonehill's own end. Caro looking to dance away from Ringer. Fires it across the ice. Saka picks it up. This was the trouble for Stonehill in their first power play, was getting back into the attacking zone. And the puck is still held in, and Stonehill will go off for a change. Brooke Larson comes in, enters the blue line. A shot is patted away by Karen. She hasn't been tested too often in this first period. Here's Wise up ahead with Mendezoon. Josie Mendezoon, one of the other captains, along with Russell. Backhands it along, but it doesn't get as far. Trying to hold it in as Connolly, it sticks away from her. Devlin's on it, and we'll push it back in. Wise with some space, enters into the attacking zone. Odd angle shot, patted away by Saunders. Picked up by Pitter in the corner. Held in by Dyring Anderson, but it escapes the stick of Geist, and Stonehill will have to touch back up. And Connolly entered the zone too quickly as Mendezoon wasn't out of the offensive zone, and it's offsides against the Skyhawks. 11:25 left to go in the first period. Still no score between either side. Shot 6-3 in favor of Stonehill. Mendezoon and Grom with the neutral zone face-off. It is won back by Mendezoon. Banked off the boards. There's Wise holding up play in the neutral zone. Up to Connolly with some space. Maeve Connolly, a graduate transfer from Penn State. In the corner, feeds ones out in front. Comes up to Dyring Anderson at the blue line. Bouncing puck controlled by Wise. Banked off the boards, out of reach for Mendezoon. And a penalty kill, or the penalty will expire. Another successful penalty kill for Post. Stonehill 0 for 2 on the power play. Just over 10 minutes left to go in this first period. Farberman holds it in. Odd man rush. Here's Peterson. Slides it across. Luckman can't stick it in. And Stonehill will pick it back up. It was a 2-on-0 for Post, maybe even 3-on-0. The Eagles unable to convert. Stonehill back the other way. Slocum held up along the boards. Peterson takes it away. Turcotte is there along with Caro to continue the battle. Luckman up ahead. Here's Farberman. Nobody with her. Flips it in, and we'll head off for a change. Why not? Long bank pass up ahead. Finds a cutting Slocum out to the neutral zone. Why not fires it back in as gives time for her forwards to get off for a fresh line change. Russell in the corner, turning away from Wysocki. Up along the boards, it comes up to Feeney. Up ahead to Saka, and an offsides is called with 9:46 left to go in the first period. We've hit our first timeout with under 10 minutes to go. No scores so far between Post and Stonehill on the CACC network. Back on the CACC network. 9:46 left to go in the first period. No score between Stonehill and Post. Both coaches of these two sides. Both very young in their coaching careers. Pat Bingham for Post. This is his first year as the head coach at Post. Lee J. Mirasolo in her second season at the helm of Stonehill guided this team to its first NUHA championship and first NCAA tournament berth. This is a very young program at Stonehill, just its third season in existence, looking to get back to the NCAA tournament. Maeve Connolly with some nice stick work, geeks her way through, up ahead with Feeney. Connolly with some space, working her way in. Good stop by Saunders, coming out on top of the crease to get a piece of that one. Back the other way, blocker save made on the long shot from Curry. Puck loose in the neutral zone, Feeney's on it. Bailey Feeney trying to create space. Has it taken away by Jody Rose. Timeout, 2 grade A opportunities for both of these teams. Looking to begin the breakout comes Stonehill. Long pass up ahead to Actel. Trying to battle and get past Karis Kell. Can't do so. Whacked along the boards, held in at the point by Spadone. Floats back out to center ice. Back into post zone end. It's Brooke Larson. Up ahead, and it's whacked along by Patfield. Holding it in is Grom. Battle in the corner along with Taylor. Stonehill picks it up. Floats it cross ice. Geist looking to get on the other end of it. Has it taken away by Pitter, and Emmons will float it along. Maddie Noonan trying to deke her way through. Held in by Wise, banked off the boards. It'll flutter all the way down. Icing is waved off as Pitter can get there before the red line. Under 8 minutes to go in this opening period. This will go all the way down towards Karen, and she will cover and stop play with 7:39 left to go in this first period. Shots 8-4 in favor of Stonehill. Shots on goal are actually 8-2 Stonehill. Just 2 shots on goal for Post so far through the first 12 minutes and some change. Knifing her way through was Lily Barrett. Floated back in, looking to get on the other end of it. It was Stonehill, but Luckman on it. Saucered out to Farberman. Farberman with some space. Lets a shot go from the far circle, and it's swallowed up by Karen. Alexa Karen has been thrust into the spotlight of this Stonehill team. Only goalie active on the roster. There's nobody else behind her. And she's been phenomenal so far in her freshman season. While the record doesn't look great, she's had 24 or more saves in all of her games except the last one against Franklin Pierce, in which she only had 17. But she's been a stellar piece, someone that Lee J. Mirasolo can really trust between the pipes. Gives them a chance to win every game. There's some space for Stonehill. Long shot on its way through, looking for a redirection was Walcom. She was looking for the cutting Turcotte. It's off the stick of Saunders, and she'll cover. Stonehill with an offensive zone draw upcoming. Continuing on, Karen, she's been named NUHA Goaltender of the Week, Rookie of the Week twice. She's found herself on the honor roll, whether it's Goaltender of the Week or Goaltender of the Month. She was also on that honor roll. She's been a steady piece and has a bright future between the pipes for Stonehill. In the offensive zone, Saka was looking to get on the other end of it. Instead, it's Wysocki out to neutral ice. 2-on-2. She's got McKevikis with her, trying to feed it across to her. Had her stick lifted by Russell on the back check. Saka battles it along and kicks it out to center, where it's picked up by Ammons. Wysocki with it. Drop pass. Good shot opportunity there from Ringer. She sends it just high. Held in, Ringer again. walking the line. This time from the opposite circle, has her shot blocked. Now it's Saka coming back in, fires it in on Sanders. Rebound chance, it's Mendezoon on the doorstep, and Saunders says no. Rose collision with Achtel, held in at the blue line. Geist back into the attacking zone, drops it off for Achtel. Achtel, wrister is sticked away by Saunders. Geist turning away from Desai. Good opportunity and pressure from the Skyhawks. Ammons picks it up, banks it off the boards, and gives Saunders a breather. Two good opportunities. Mendezoon on the rebound, and then Achtel just moments ago from the circle. Here they come again. Geist fires it back in. Achtel blows a tire. She'll head off for a change, as does Geist. Caro back out with Wise and Slocum. Wise with it. Caro battles with Grom. In comes Slocum as well, along with Marley Webster. Up to the point. Here's Wynot. Her shot blocked by Noonan. Barrett tries to fire on it. Keeps it alive. Out of reach for Wise. Battle pokes it out towards center ice. Under 5 minutes to go in the opening period. Wynot turning her away, firing it back in. Saunders comes out to leave it for Webster. Floats all the way back down where it's Russell to scoop it up. Turcotte looking to spring the breakout as it's her pass blocked, and it goes all the way back down to Dyring Anderson. She leaves it behind for her. Finds Walcom. And Russell trying to find Turcotte out in center ice. Overplaying the puck was Vanden Uterlar. Here's Turcotte with some space. Lets a shot go, and that whistle's just wide. It wraps all the way around the boards, back up into center ice. Good opportunity again for Stonehill. It was Turcotte with the advantageous opportunity. Not able to find the back of the net. With some space is Feeney. Cross ice, nice pass, finds Saka. Walking in, Saka, blocker stop, rebound chance for Connolly. Saunders was out of position and she couldn't get the shot away. Connolly back in the corner. And it floats out to center ice where it's left with Saka. Played back in by Taylor. Banked off the boards up to neutral ice. And fired back in by McKevikus. Achtel plays it off the boards. Chasing after it goes Geist. Up ahead here on a breakaway. Walking in. Can't get it to go. Shot goes wide. Mendezoon on the rebound. Couldn't get it home either. Why not wax it along? Just over 2 minutes left to go in the first period. Now the other way. It's Patfield trying to get ahead on the breakaway. Out comes Karen to play it away. And now it's Geist again. She fires it back in towards Saunders. Stops it with her stick, and she'll cover with 2:02 left to go in the first period. Madison Achtel with the best chance so far on the breakaway. And just puts it high over the glove of Saunders. Not able to put it on net. Two great chances for Stonehill. They haven't been able to put either on net over the last few minutes. You go back to Connolly as well. She was just about to fire it in before that back check of Wysocki. And Larson was able to keep her from getting any power behind it, even getting her stick on it. Under 2 minutes to go. That shot goes wide from Caro. Wise picks it up in the corner. Slocum tries to leave it. It's taken away, but unable to clear his post. But it comes off a sea of bodies. Wise back into the attacking zone. Fires it in. Sticked away by Saunders. A minute 20 left to go in the opening period. Fired back in by Rose. She'll head off for a change. Geist with space, back into the attacking zone. Odd angle shot, blockered away. Geist stays with it, has Mendezun with her in the corner. And it's cleared. Devlin racing after it. Russell will beat her to the puck, but Noonan pinches in some reinforcement. Russell takes it away. Passes wide of Geist, but she stays with it. Fires it back in, looking for Mendezun as there's under a minute to go now in this opening period. Dyring Anderson got it to Actel, but off the bench Cam Luckman at the right time to stick it away. Maddie Noonan into the attacking zone. Wraps it around the boards where Saka will stop it. Played back in by Pitter. 15 seconds to go in this first period. Played up ahead by Spadone. Caught a deflection. But icing is called with 6.9 seconds left to go in this first period. One last chance for Post. With an offensive zone draw coming back down. And it'll be to the right of Alexa Karen. Peterson and Connolly on the faceoff. It is won by Connolly. Held behind her own net by Taylor. She'll pin it against the boards. And that is how that first period will come to a close. Chances for both sides, but neither side able to find its way past the netminder. Through the first 20 minutes, it's no score between Post and Stonehill. Shots in favor of the Skyhawks as well, 11-5. We'll head to the intermission. Second period coming up next on the CACC Network.
Kicking off our Women's Basketball 2024-25 Media Day with seniors Raquel Washington and Jaden Burns. Guys, you're the oldest players on the team now, believe it or not, and you're both in your fourth year. You guys came off the bench last year. Talk about that role a little bit and then how valuable your experience is to a team of 13 newcomers.
I mean, coming off the bench last year, there's a lot of expectations that you get just being off the bench as a player in practice. But that's just as someone who goes hard in practice, who comes with a lot of energy. With having those expectations and coming into the new year with 13 new players, like, it's really that time to step up, prove who you are, prove your ability, prove that we're the oldest on the team now. I mean, I've been the youngest on the team for 3 years in a row. So now kind of being at that age and at that level where it's time to really be a role model for others is really important for me.
I can say I agree with Jaden. Definitely everything, bringing energy, building off like what she said about filling the role model spot. Like, I've been here for a very long time, and I've watched the program grow, so I really have that opportunity to fill big shoes while setting the benchmark for 13 new players.
4 straight North Division titles. You guys have been here, I think, for 3 of them now. How does this team do it again this year, and what do you attribute that success to over the last 3 years to get those while you guys have been here to see it?
I say by just being one as on the court and off the court, because that's something that we need. Chemistry is something big, energy, and like having a level head. Like, each time we went to get that conference championship, like, we had a level head about it, but we can't lose our footing just to, okay, we have 4. Let's go get another one.
Yeah, I mean, I think people will think this year is like a rebuilding year. But granted, we have 13 new players, but I think this is the time to prove everyone that, granted, we are a very young team now, but this is the time to really push, prove to other people that it doesn't matter our age, doesn't matter how many new players we may have, how many transfers we have, to reach, like I said, those expectations that we have of previous years of winning and kind of having that same standard now.
And even with the 13 newcomers, you guys have 7 Division I transfers coming in too. Yeah. What's it been like getting these new players on the team? How have they kind of meshed together? I know when we're recording this, it's only September, but in the early days, how has it been working with all these players?
Yeah, I mean, very early days. We just had our first team practice a little while ago, and you can feel the energy. You can feel, like, the energy when it comes to just learning new things, kind of adapting to new things. And like I said, as returners, we have those expectations of being like, this is what it is, let's get everybody on board. Chemistry seems to be very well. We're a team full of energy, so I think we're all just really excited of meshing well and continuing that process throughout the year.
Yeah, and then finally, what do you guys think this team can do this year? Obviously, you've had a lot of success in the past, but we're still chasing that elusive first CACC championship. Yeah. What do you guys think this team can do this year?
I think this team is going to go far. Like, we have goals of going possibly to the Elite 8. We all know what we want to do. We all know we want to win. We all know we want to end the season with a ring. So we know the expectations. We know the goals. We know the standard. Coach is very well at taking it one game at a time, but we know what it is and what it takes to win. But I think we're going to go far. That's me.
I agree. Like, I have so much faith in this team. Like, even the team is excited. Like, that's all we talk about every time we're in the locker room. And even on the court or in the lunchroom, like, we're very excited to get farther than what this team has been already. So
we're here with newcomers to the team, Jackie Russell and Emma Carmen. First, Jackie, state champion here in Connecticut, 1,000-point scorer. How do you hope to get that success from high school and translate it to the college level?
I definitely think that where my game's going to translate the most is on the defensive end of the floor. And then, honestly, a lot of it just comes from contributing energy and just overall getting the team to build that chemistry together. Alongside, then, obviously, I got recruited for shooting. So I'm hoping to have a great shooting year this year.
Then, Emma, you came from Quinnipiac. You're a sophomore on this team. You also, in high school, had 4 Shoreby North Division championships. But coming from Quinnipiac, what do you hope to contribute to this team?
Really for me, it's just being that gritty player, working hard, getting rebounds, and hopefully getting some threes in this year. I'm also very versatile, so I like to step out depending on who's guarding me.
And then, Jackie, what's it been like in your first few weeks here at Post, your first time in college? I know, Emma, you were at Quinnipiac last year, obviously, but what's it been like coming to Post for the first few weeks?
I've honestly really enjoyed it because I've come from a small town myself, so it kind of has the same feel here, and everything, as they say, Post makes it personal. You really get to know everybody and make a ton of friends, and the girls on the team this year have just been amazing and already are becoming my best friends. And Yeah, Post has done a great job welcoming everyone and making sure you have everything you need. And, yeah, I've really enjoyed it.
And then, Emma, obviously, you've been welcomed from the team from Quinnipiac. You're one of 13 newcomers, 7 Division I transfers. How has this team kind of welcomed you to the squad?
I mean, it's really just been about bonding. We got along right away. I would say we're all best friends, and for me, it was a really easy changeover because they made it so great and they're so welcoming.
And for both of you, what do you think this team can do this year? 4 straight North Division championships, if you didn't know that, but they haven't won a CACC championship yet or made an NCAA tournament. A lot of nationally ranked talent in this conference, but what can this team do this year, do you think?
I definitely think we're going to go very far, and obviously the end of the year goal is to get a ring, but even making it through to the Elite Eight, and yeah, maybe we can make some history at this school, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, we had our first practice the other day, and we just looked great together. I mean, the energy was great, and I'm excited to see what we can do.
We're here with Naj White, returning for her second year with the Post program. Naj, you're one of the newcomers last year, transitioning from Division III Mitchell. You were also at Southern Connecticut for a little while, but what was the transition like coming back from Mitchell up to Post?
It was kind of easy on my end. Basketball is like first nature for me, first love. So it's like kind of just getting back into like the groove of things, and the going from Division III, which is kind of serious but not as serious as Division II. So coming here was a little bit more like urgent to, you know, pick everything back up and get back to speed with the competition.
Talk a little bit about what your role was coming on to Courtney Burns' squad last year in her first year, which you were coached by her down at Mitchell. What your role was last year, what your role is going to be, do you feel like this year, being one of the only 3 returners on this team?
My role coming here was pretty much to just try to get everybody else on board with coaches like game plan and style of play, the lock left defense and stuff like that. So just getting everybody on board, and then also being a leader on the court. So.
And then lastly, what do you think this team can do this year? Obviously, like I said, only 3 returners, 13 newcomers, but what do you think this team is capable of?
I think we can go really far. I personally want to win a national championship. I know the rest of the girls want to as well. So it's kind of just being dogs together and just figuring it out. But the goal is a national championship and to win conference. So that's where we are now.
We're here wrapping up our Women's Basketball Media Day for the 2024-25 season, joined by second-year head coach Courtney Burns. Courtney, what was it like in year 1 transitioning from Division III Mitchell up to Division II Post here?
I was really excited for the opportunity. Of course, Post Women's Basketball's had a lot of success prior. I think Coach Plefka did a great job. I think one of the big things for me coming in was being able to really instill all our culture, but also respect the culture before from the success that they had. I was very fortunate to have some returners that really just bought into our culture and the changes that we're looking to do, while keep the success that they've had here, and it made my transition a lot easier, and it ended up being a great year for us. And so, for that first year for me coming in from D3 to D2, love the opportunity to be able to work with our players in the preseason, which I think was big, really instilling that culture as we were heading to the season. And, I just can't be thankful enough for the returners that we had that were able to kind of make that transition with me.
And then here at the Drubner Center, you had a lot of success last year, 11-2. You lost to nationally ranked Assumption and lost in the CACC tournament to Golden Beacon. Only 2 losses, though. Is there something about playing here at the Drubner Center that just brings out the best in your team?
Yeah, I think everyone hates playing at the Drubner Center. It definitely gives us a home court advantage, especially for our style, that up-tempo, aggressive defense, being able to pressure in the full court. I think other teams feel crammed when they're in here. So us being able to practice here every day and, run our style, run our system, bodes very well for us and gives us definitely a home court advantage. And we're looking forward to even taking our defense to the next level this upcoming season and, really just cause some chaos. I think being able to learn from the men's team as well, just the way they play so chaos and speed teams up. And, I think our gym bodes very well for that. And obviously the fan support helps also, having them pretty much almost on top of the court. I think it can create some uneasiness in opponents, especially in some close game scenarios.
Talk about what it was like going into this offseason. Only had 3 returners. A lot of your guys were newbies coming in. You've got 13 now. So what was it like retooling and recruiting for the season, knowing that, and getting 7 Division I players out of it, too?
Yeah, so we knew it was going to be almost a complete rebuild.
Back inside the Sports Center of Connecticut, second period action coming back up between Post and Stonehill on the CACC network. Matt Scalzo, happy you could be joined with me for this contest this afternoon. Looking back at the first period, no score between either side, but Stonehill heavily outshooting Post 18-5 in that category. Both goaltenders have stood strong. Hannah Saunders has dealt with a lot of grade A opportunities. Alexa Karen hasn't had to deal with as much pressure, but she's stood tall when she's needed to. Starters back out for both sides. Maeve Connolly and Julia Wysocki face off, and we are underway in the second period. Connolly wins it, and Stonehill will look to create the first opportunity in this second period. Both teams looking to get back in the win column after some tough weekends. For Post especially, have not won a game since October 26 when they defeated Franklin Pierce in overtime. Stonehill got a win last Friday against the Ravens in Franklin Pierce. Dropped game 2, but looking to get back in front. One of the top preseason teams in the Newha. Won last year the Newha tournament, went to the NCAA tournament. Lost to Cornell in the first round, but it's a team that head coach Lee J. Mirasolo believes is very capable of winning another Newha championship and is looking to win that first round game against whoever they face in the NCAA tournament. That's their goal for this season, and their goal throughout each game is to have that shot first mentality and build off their shot totals. 18 in that first period. When talking with her, she said, I want more that next period. Said if I get 13, I want 14. So her team got 18. She wants 19 in this second period. Behind the net, it's picked up by Wysocki. Fluttered back in, and then the long shot comes from Barrett, sticked away by Saunders. Desai banks it off the boards, held and neutralized by Wynot. Barrett's on it. Both teams battling for possession. It's Patfield wrapping her behind the nets, quick on her edges, closed off by Connolly. She'll leave it behind, but nobody's there. Rose picks it up in the corner. Over to Patfield below the goal line. Trying to get away from Barrett. In comes Ringer. Ringer up to the point. Long shot from Keld. Redirected, and it just goes wide. Nobody was there on the back door. Karen didn't know where the puck was. Fired back in, and Barrett will control. Saka knifing her way through. Ringer pinches in and takes it back away. Fired back in. 2 minutes gone by in this second period. Goes all the way back down to Saunders' end. Icing is called, and an offensive zone draw will be upcoming for the Eagles. No penalties through the first 2 minutes. That's good for both of these teams. We saw 3 penalties in the opening 5 minutes between these two teams. As indicated by the scoreboard, neither team able to get home. Post was 0 for 1. Stonehill 0 for 2 on the man advantage. Saka spinning shot. Patted away by Saunders. Odd angle shot from Caro. Redirected up off the glass. Larson turning away and turns it over. Held in by Slocum. Caro trying to get it back to Slocum. Here's Wise. Shot from Caro at the circle. Blockered away. Bodies go crashing below the goal line. Lee J. Mirasolo wants a penalty. She won't get it. Now Devlin racing after it, but Sarah Taylor will win the race, and icing is called against Post with 16:48 left to go in the second period. Just over 3 minutes have expired in this second period. Both teams continuing to battle for possession, looking for that breakthrough in the second period. Now Coach Mirasolo talking with the referee, wanting to get an explanation as to why that wasn't called a penalty. Either way, offensive zone draw 1, long shot redirected, sticked away, held in at the point. Another long shot is just wide. Geist will hold it in just in front of the point. Back below the goal line, it's wrapped around up to Russell, fresh off the bench. Russell pushes it below the goal line. Feed out in front for Mendezoon. Up to Russell. She tries to get a shot. That's blocked by Noonan. Noonan with it, banks it off the boards in front of the Stonehill bench, and chasing after it goes Spadone, and icing is called against Post. .16:07 left to go in the second period. Still no score between Stonehill and Post. Skyhawks sit at 4-9 on the season, 4-4 in Newha play. As for the Eagles, they're 2-9-1 with a 2-5-1 record in the Newha. Sit in 7th in the conference. Meanwhile, for Stonehill, they sit in 5th. Battle back in the offensive zone for Post. Byring Anderson picks it up in the corner. Tries to play it up ahead. Has it taken away momentarily by Farberman. Now Luckman's on it. Banks it off the end of the banks it off the cage. Two teams jockeying for possession. It's picked up. Looking at Turcotte was Kenmore. Fires it back into the opposite corner. It's cycled in by Post. First to it is Barrett. Connolly. Nice stick work, gets it away. Barrett spins away from Luckman and feeds it up ahead to Russell. It escapes her stick. And Connolly with a takeaway and neutral ice. Trying to use her speed and create space. Hemmed in by Wysocki. Connolly below the goal line. Drops it behind. It's Feeney with it. Feeney up to Wynot. Pinches it in. There's Connolly with it again. Wynot fires it back in. Connolly races to it behind the net. Comes out right into the slot. Nobody was there. They battle for possession in the corner. Odd angle shot from Saka goes high. Good shift from Maeve Connolly. She heads off to the bench, and whistle is blown. Offensive zone draw coming for Stonehill rather. Post came off, or the net came off its bearings. But Maeve Connolly, what a shift she had. It can really bring some momentum. That graduate transfer from Penn State. Coach Mirasolo talks about the maturity and that winning mentality that she brings to the locker room. It's been a huge boost to a team that is so young in its program's history, trying to build off of a spectacular 23-24 campaign and build it into this 24-25 season. Connolly comes in with a wealth of experience, back-to-back CHA championships with Penn State. That's now the AHA. And Penn State off to another strong start this season. And Coach Mirasolo also talked about the gauntlet that her team went through to open the season. It started with Syracuse, then took on LIU to open up ranked at number 2, and Penn State also near the top 10 and consistently finding themselves now in the conversation in the NCAA tournament. Battle in the corner. Mendezoon is there 2-on-2 with Spadone. Desai and Ringer are there as well. It's poked free and it's picked up by Hannah Squires. The extra skater today for Stonehill. She loses the puck and now Rose is there. Backhand. Finds nobody there as Post was in the midst of a change. Pass ahead by Spadone is taken away by Post. Bouncing puck just escapes the stick of Noonan. Slides it up to the point. Long shot from Larson. Right on the doorstep, there's Devlin. And a phenomenal save made by Karen as Devlin tried to roof it on the backhand. And Alexa Karen stands tall to keep it at a scoreless game. 12:33 left to go in the second period. Scoreboard still reads first period, but we are in the second. Geist off the defensive zone draw win, plays it back out to neutral ice. So Kell takes a tumble and tripping will be called against Stonehill. So Post will go to the man advantage with 12:21 left to go. Madison Achtel will be the one to serve 2 minutes for Stonehill. So Wysocki comes out with Patfield and Curry, McKevichus and Curry, along with Pitter and Ammons on the power play. Curry quickly hounded by Dyring Anderson. That's played along the boards by Russell, held in by Ammons. Wysocki knifing her way in, tries to snap a shot off, has it taken away, and Feeney will clear it all the way down. Post is 0 for 1 so far on the power play today. They came in 4 for 28 on the season for a 14.3% clip. Stonehill converting on 84.2% of its penalty kills this season. That's gone up after their kill earlier as Curry comes back into the attacking zone. Curry drops it for Ammons. Fresh off the bench comes Kell. Her pass was redirected on its way to Wysocki. Battle below the goal line. Russell picks it up. And she'll float it all the way down where Saunders will be there to play it. A minute gone by on the Achtel tripping penalty. Ringer wanted it. Trying to redirect it further, but it's picked up by Wynot. Post coming back the other way. Ringer lets a shot go and straight into the stomach of Karen to freeze play with 11:07 left to go in the second period. 47 seconds left to go on the Achtel minor. Great chance for Post. Good setup. Karen again. Slid across by Kell to Desai. Her wrister is gloved by by Karen, and that will freeze it with 36 seconds left to go on the penalty kill. Connolly comes back out. She'll face off with Rose, and Connolly wins that draw. Wynot tries to spin a clear, and it gets away from Desai at the blue line. She'll chase after it, as will Connolly. Maeve Connolly with some excellent speed. Closes off Kell, makes it hard for a breakout. And the shot by Feeney misses the cage. Just trying to kill time on this penalty. Under 10 seconds now left to go on the Achtel minor. Held at the point by Uderlar. Fired back in as the penalty will come to a close. Post still in the attacking end, and Achtel will pinch in on defense. So with it is Uderlar trying to find a backhand feed for cutting Farberman. Has it taken away by Feeney. Achtel fresh out of the box. Here comes Peterson. Peterson cutting in. Snaps a shot that is redirected into the netting by Taylor, and we've hit the under 10 timeout. 30 minutes and 1 second gone by in this contest. We're halfway through it. There's still no score between Post and Stonehill on the CACC network. 9:59 left to go in the second period. No score between Stonehill and Post on the CACC Network. I'm Matt Scalzo. Happy you could make me part of your Friday afternoon. Both goaltenders have stood strong. Alexa Karen and Hannah Saunders dueling between the pipes. Who's going to break through the stone wall first? Offensive zone draw upcoming for Post. Tim Marie Grom and Hannah Walcom battle. Draw was won by Post. A long shot went high. And they'll hold in possession as a spinning Marley Webster fires it back in. Up ahead, here comes Lucy Turcotte with some space for Stonehill into the attacking zone. Stick comes off her blade. And now it's picked up by Maddie Noonan. Fires it all the way down. Excuse me, that was Uderlar looking for Noonan on the long pass. Pusla Dyring Anderson on it. Pushes Noonan off the puck, and Turcotte pinches in. Battle along the half wall. Comes out to Devlin. Slides it across. Uderlar long shot. That goes wide. Peterson pinches in. Takeaway. Peterson looking for a return feed. Goes through all the sticks. Kell off the bench. Peterson whacks it up to the point. Slides it across to Larson. Larson slap shot. Redirection goes wide. Off the body of Farberman. Farberman's shot just skitters wide. Up to Kell. Good pressure from Post. Between the legs of Luckman. Irene Anderson is on it. Battle below the goal line, picked up by Sydney Russell. Russell up ahead to Mia Kenmore, up to Lucy Turcotte. She'll fire it in and hand off for a change. A long shift from that line of Kenmore, Turcotte, and Walcom. Post with some momentum. Fresh off. Here comes McKevichus with a shot that is kicked away by Karen. Wysocki off the bench. He pinches in, takes it away from Barrett. This is good pressure. Post starting to get its legs under him. As Connolly pushes McKevichus down to the ground. Here's Feeney with it. Slides it cross ice. Saka into the attacking zone. Gracie Saka on the backhand to the forehand. Can't get any shot. Can't get a shot off that nice power move. Feeney up to the point. Barrett holds it in. Shot is blocked. Feeney, one-timer on the rebound. Puck is loose right in the slot, and Ammons picks it up. Into the attacking zone. McKevichus tries to push it along. There's Curry. Wysocki. Return feed to Curry. On the doorstep there is Pitter. She can't get a shot away. Gracie Saka back with it. Up and down action between these two teams. Floated back in where it's picked up by Wynot. Wynot in the corner. Shot from Ringer. Karen reacts to it and pushes it into the corner. Here's Ringer with it. On the backhand, slides it over to Uderlar. Her shot whistles high. Up to the point with Sajal Desai. Back down into the corner. It floats up high. High stick played by Ringer. And that'll be covered by Karen as it's bouncing on top of the blue paint. 6:31 left to go in this second period. Both teams starting to get into it. Action on both ends. Post has had the ice tilt slightly in their favor with some grade A chances over the last few minutes. Shots at 23-10 in favor of Stonehill. Battle in the corner. Taylor is there with Mendezoon. Pops free, and out chasing after it goes Geist. Into the corner. Geist beats Uderlar to the puck. Whacked along. Mendezoon has it taken away. Stonehill back on it. Long pass ahead, looking to spring for Geist, who has it taken away and intercepted by Post. Just under 6 minutes ago in the second period. Puck flutters out all the way down for icing, as Webster will touch up with 5:45 left to go in this first period. Still no score between the Skyhawks and the Eagles. Draw will come back to Karen's end. It'll be to the left of the young freshman goaltender. Draw is won by Post. Comes up to the point. Webster's slap shot goes wide. Behind the net, Devlin battling, leaves it for Noonan. Noonan closed off by Squires. Held up by Devlin. Up to the point. She was looking for Kell, has it tipped out to neutral ice by Achtel. Kell with it, comes back into the attacking zone. Kell all the way down below the goal line. Taken away, and a good pass up ahead to Achtel. Spinning with it, fires it back in. There's Geist with it. Geist trying to turn away and create space, closed off by a pair of Eagles. Pinching in was Caro and Wise, neither can stay with it. Up ahead to Devlin. Devlin trying to find her pass through a sea of bodies, has it taken away, and now Wise with some speed, has some reinforcements with her. Down below the goal line, Wise continues to battle with Noonan. She stays with it up to the point with Dyring Anderson. Her shot caught a deflection, and it's snagged out of the air by Saunders to freeze play with 4:31 left to go in the second period. (24-10) shots in favor of Stonehill. Sorry, I had a brain fart there for a moment. Forgot the name. Offensive zone draw is won by Stonehill. Slid across. Saka will win the race to the puck. Saka with it in the corner. Up to the point to Dyring Anderson. Across to Russell. Her shot kicked away by Saunders. With speed comes Luckman. Luckman trying to knife her way through the defense. Puck goes fluttering in the air. It's picked up by Caro. Now Feeney with it. Feeney trying to find her way past Pitter, and she does. Feeney, good back check by Pitter to stick that puck away. And when Bailey Feeney was moving in towards cage. Russell on it in neutral ice. Leaves it along for Connolly. Connolly turning away up to Barrett. Long shot is taken away by McKevichus. Has Luckman with her. Luckman, odd angle shot, easily handled by Karen. 3:20 left to go in the second period. Still no score. Barrett, a turnover. Feed out in front. Karen, quick to her, holds on the post. Another shot comes in from Curry. Karen again standing tall. Curry on the backhand, has it taken away. Why not? Sticks it up out of harm's way before it's fired back in by Larson. Connolly's the first one there. There's a loose stick in the corner. Shot from Patfield. Into the stick of Karen. She'll cover and stop play with 2:45 left to go in the second period. Post has had a lot of great opportunities over the last 10 minutes or so, starting to get their legs under them. That's something that Pat Bingham talked about, is he wanted his team to get off to a better start. Didn't exactly get it in that first period, weren't as assertive, but in the second period, some adjustments have been made, and the Eagles have certainly had more pressure, more sustained success compared to what they did in that first period. Coach Bingham told me he wanted to get into the game and play with pace, especially against a team like Stonehill that wants to play fast and dictate the game. You want to be able to sustain some pressure of your own. And there's a Skyhawk down the middle of the ice. Slow to get up is Caro, and she'll skate off under her own power to the bench. Coach Mirasolo was looking for a whistle. It was basically 5-on-4, but in favor of Post with Caro slow to get up. Back into the attacking zone. A battle below the goal line. It's slid up to Patfield. She doesn't know where the puck is, so it's held in. Feeney will chase after it. Just over a minute left to go in the second period. Feeney up to Russell. Sacco walks in from the slot. Sacco sticked away by Saunders. Russell slides it across. Dyring Anderson across to Feeney on the return feed. Feeney below the goal line. Has it taken away. And it's floated out towards center and go all the way down towards Karen. She'll have to play it. Icing is waved off. Russell up ahead. Tape-to-tape passing. Walcom walks in. Shot is deflected and turned away. A good block will go against Grom. Under a minute left to go now in this second period. Both teams looking for that breakthrough. Who will get it? Noonan up ahead to Pitter. Fires a shot in. That's off the pads of Karen. Turnover. Run on the doorstep. That goes wide off the soft shot from Grom. And now a race for the puck. It'll be Geist to beat Pitter there and wave off any icing. Into the corner, it's Mendezoon. Back behind the net, here's Geist. Slides it across. Why not? A shot. Puck is loose. And Saunders is able to sprawl out and keep that puck away. Under 10 seconds to go. It's Barrett. Fires it up to neutral zone. Flutters all the way down. And icing is called with an even 1 second left to go in this second period. The long shot from Wynot caught a deflection. It eventually went wide, but Saunders was sprawled out trying to find that puck. And there was a sea of bodies. I had trouble just seeing it. 1 second to go. Offensive zone draw for Post. It'll be Peterson to take it against Mendezoon. And the second period will come to a close. The same as how it started. No score between Post and Stonehill. Some more pressure from the Eagles in that second period. Some great opportunities. Alexa Karen stayed busy and kept it scoreless as Hannah Saunders stood tall at the end of that first period. We'll head to the third, knotted at 0 between Stonehill and Post on the CACC network.
We're here with our Post University Men's Basketball 2024-25 Media Day, joined by graduate student Harrison Warnock. Harrison, you're coming off an injury last year, kind of came back quicker than you expected to. Now you're fully healthy. What are you looking forward to this year?
Oh man, I'm just really excited to finally be back on two legs after, you can see in the film, even looking back, just hobbling around for most of the season. So I'm excited to see what I can really do and what I can really bring to the table for this team and see how well we can mesh together.
And what was that like last year, kind of coming back all of a sudden and reintegrating yourself into a bigger role than you thought you were going to have coming off of surgery?
Yeah, I mean, definitely had some ups and downs. In the beginning, my head wasn't there. I was just thinking about, if I just didn't get hurt, everything like that. But my teammates always had my back. They kept pushing me. They kept saying, keep going, you'll be fine, and it all worked out.
How do you integrate the newcomers onto this roster? There's only a couple of them, but still integrating them into the culture that you talked about back in March when we talked about the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, I see us as a team that we really buy into what coach is trying to tell us and push us in the right direction. So I feel like especially some of our older guys like Tyler and I have been here for forever at this point. So we definitely bring them along and show them the ropes and see how everything's supposed to go down.
And then pretty much the same team as last year, give or take a few people. And then obviously the newcomers. What do you think this group can accomplish this year? We're here with our post-university men's basketball 2024-25 Media Day, joined by graduate student Harrison Warnock. Harrison, you're coming off an injury last year, kind of came back quicker than you expected to. Now you're fully healthy. What are you looking forward to this year?
Oh, man, I'm just really excited to finally be back on two legs after, you can see in the film, even looking back, just hobbling around for most of the season. So I'm excited to see what I can really do and what I can really bring to the table for this team and see how well we can mesh together.
And what was that like last year, kind of coming back all of a sudden and reintegrating yourself into a bigger role than you thought you were going to have coming off of surgery?
Yeah, I mean, definitely had some ups and downs. In the beginning, my head wasn't there. I was just thinking about, if I just didn't get hurt, everything like that. But my teammates always had my back. They kept pushing me. They kept saying, keep going, you'll be fine, and it all worked out.
How do you integrate the newcomers onto this roster? There's only a couple of them, but still integrating them into the culture that you talked about back in March when we talked about the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, I see us as a team that we really buy into what coach is trying to tell us and push us in the right direction. So I feel like especially some of our older guys like Tyler and I have been here for forever at this point. So we can definitely bring them along and show them the ropes and see how everything's supposed to go down.
And then pretty much the same team as last year, give or take a few people, and then obviously the newcomers. What do you think this group can accomplish this year?
I definitely, I'm excited to see. As long as we can, keep our heads together and, keep having each other's backs and we buy into what coach is trying to teach us and what he wants us to do, I think we can definitely make a big season this year. So I'm excited for that.
We're joined here by Dang Dieng and Bull Akot. Guys, 1-2 punch on offense last year. Both were all conference. Dang, you were all region. How do you guys set the tone for this season?
I think we got to come back with the same energy and just show that we're the most dominant team and be the most aggressive team in the conference and be one of the best teams in the country. So I think we just start by having a good season, going hard right away, and just proving that we are the same team from last year and even better.
I agree with that, but I also think that we just need to come back with the same mentality but with some more. And we've been in this situation before because from last year we just got piggyback, just up our intensity and our focus, our energy and everything, and just lead the team as we did last year, but just with some more maturity and, yeah, overall.
Yeah, and Bull, you talked about last year your desire to win it all. So what do you have to do to help make that happen this year, do you feel?
I think I just got to lead by example and just to make sure, because I know Kuntz believes that we can win, and I believe we can win. So as I instill that to all of us in the locker room, I feel like we can all be on the same page because we all know we can win.
And then, Dang, you got a lot of looks after the year was over, and you had a very dominant year, like I mentioned, all region. What brought you back to Post for this chance at another NCAA tournament run?
It's a family environment over here, you know. These are my guys, Bull, Rob, Harry, the rest of the team. Coach Kuntz is a really good coach. And, you know, you can't get that feeling from everywhere. Like, you might go somewhere, but you might not be wanted as much or you might not be valued as much. So it's about just being where you're valued and where you can be the best you. So I think Post will help me do that.
And then lastly, pretty much the same team from last year, give or take a couple guys. But what do you think overall this team can accomplish?
I think we can win the whole thing. I think we should come back this year and win the CACC championship because we deserve to, and we've been through a lot. So I think that's where we start. It's just building games one by one and keep going and playing hard the whole year. And I think we should end up in the tournament again.
Yeah, I definitely think we can win it all. And it just starts literally preseason and stacking up good days each and every day and then taking it one game at a time. But I really believe that we can win it all. Starting with the CACC, go to the tournament, and win everything.
We're here with Tyler Small, who's coming back to the team after missing all last year with injury. And Tyler, kind of going off of that, what was it like sitting out last year? What are you most excited about coming into this year?
I'd say last year was really tough. It was hard because when I came to school, I was like, okay, I'm going to play. I am getting off injury, but like I'm ready to go. And then after the first couple like preseason workouts, shoot rounds, I'm like, all right, I'm not at 100%. And it was nice because Coach was willing to hear me out and gave me the opportunity to redshirt and actually get back to full health. But that doesn't mean that I took last season off. I feel like I was almost like an assistant coach and kind of helping our really new team last year integrate and being able to almost be like a liaison sometimes between them and Coach and just helping them really get into a flow. And I think now, this year, it's going to really show that I've been able to at least stay in touch with everybody, and really I think we're going to have a really good chemistry coming out.
Talk about that role a little bit too last year, what it was like being on the bench with the players. I know I was at one of your practices around Halloween and you were dressed up like Wario and like you were very involved still with the practices and stuff.
I think because one thing that Coach was really serious about was kind of making sure that I'm still engaged mentally, and being in practice and kind of having a more elevated role was good for me to really stay involved and stay vocal and still kind of have, hopefully give off a leadership image and be able to get people to buy in early. When you have a new team, it is difficult, and that's like one of the hardest things. And I think it really worked because being a player coach kind of, they were able to say, you know what, maybe it's not just Coach yelling at us this time, but maybe there's something to it, and they just gave them a different perspective.
Now, pretty much a similar team to last year. What are you most excited about being back on the court with this squad for, and what do you think they can accomplish?
I think we had a great team last year. I think Coach really got everyone together, and we have some good players, which is always a benefit. But I think this year now, hopefully I could just add a little bit something to that, maybe whether that be outside shooting, maybe it's just extra defense. And I think really we just have to find our flow early and be unselfish and be able to, share the wealth. I think we have a lot of pieces, and it's all about just coming together as a team and working towards our common goal.
We're here with head coach Mark Kuntz as we round out the men's basketball 2024-25 Media Day. Coach Kuntz heading into his 8th season with the team, 9th overall. Coach, what did it mean to be part of history with this program last year?
It was unbelievable, Mike. When I took the job 9 years ago, didn't really know what I was stepping into, and then had to go through over a lot of hurdles to get the program to a respectable place, and then to a championship level, and then just to be able to do it for the first time in school history, make that accomplishment with those group of guys was just an unreal experience.
And talk a little bit about, we saw some photos with your daughter at the selection show and after your win against St. Thomas Aquinas up there. How special was it to be able to enjoy that with your family?
Yeah, she's around all the time. She's a part of this place. She's like my associate head coach. I call her all the time. She always asks what's going on. So having her there, for the selection show, because she's a part of it. Having her in Vermont was just great. Brought her in the locker room. Something she'll forget, but I'll never forget. And those memories are, you can't talk about it. My wife, my mother, my brother were up in Vermont as well. So
"40 minutes down, 20 minutes to go between Post and Stonehill. Still no score between either side." Thanks for joining me on the CACC Network. I'm Matt Scalzo. Happy you can make me a part of your Friday afternoon as it moves into the evening, or closer to the evening. We'll look at the stats through 40 minutes. 27 shots for Stonehill, 14 for Post. Shots were even in the second period, 9 apiece. We'll see what the third period has in store. Wysocki and Connolly meet at center ice. The draw is won back by Maeve Connolly. Stonehill had 18 shots in that first period. They start off with 1 in 10 seconds. Saunders covers that, and an offensive draw will come up for the Skyhawks. It's Connolly and Wysocki again, and once again, Connolly wins it back. Dyring Anderson, long shot on its way. Gets taken away by Pitter before it can reach Saunders. Stonehill had a lot of chances in that first period, couldn't find a way past Saunders. Then that second, the ice tilted in favor of Post. And then it was Alexa Karen with the hot hand, the netminder for the Skyhawks. Numbers here as Curry picks it up off the boards. Backhands it in front, nobody's home. And it's taken away by Madison Actel. Actel trying to sashay her way past Desai. Plays it off the boards. There it's Geist. Mendezoon pinches in as well. And a minute has gone by in this third period. A race for the puck. Icing is waved off as first to it is Rowan Ringer. So he falls to the ice and has it taken away. Up ahead, here's Geist. Battling her way through. Geiston on the backhand. Trying to get the return shot on the other side and can't pick it up. Comes out to center. Barrett saucers it along to Why Not. Plays it up ahead. Ringer on it. Taken away by Barrett. Catherine Caro, who was down for a little bit in that towards the end of that second period, back out in the third period, and nice to see her skating well. Caro overskates just a little bit. As the two sides continue to feel one another out in this third period. Devlin with some space. Drop pass to Grom. Her shot goes high off the glass, and then as it comes bouncing back off, Karen covers with 17:53 to go in the third. Grom and Walcom on the face-off. It's won back by Grom, but splits the defense and goes all the way down towards Saunders, where Angeline Pitter carries it up, curls around the net, and it's played out towards center ice. Fired back in by Taylor off the pads of Saunders and goes kicking into the corner. Held in by Kenmore. Comes to Marley Webster, plays it to her partner in Pitter. Center ice pickup. Here comes Bailey Feeney. Feeney around the outside of Pitter, walking in. Looks for the short corner, goes off the side of the net. Into the attacking end. Farberman on it. Behind the net. And now a cross ice feed up ahead to Feeney. Pass came from Saka. And a delayed offsides is called. Get a neutral zone draw between Connolly and Macy Peterson, but Connolly is Saka and Feeney will head off, so it'll be Mendezoon versus Peterson. Battle along the half wall. Puck goes fluttering in towards post end. In the corner, Mendezoon was looking. Feed it out to Actel. Comes out to center ice. Off the boards, Russell was looking to spring it ahead to Actel. Instead, it's picked up by Desai. She'll circle it in. Out of reach for Actel, comes poked out towards center. Russell will leave it behind. Diring Anderson, a long pass, has it taken away by McKevickis. McKevickis walks in, and it's easily swallowed up by Karen. Wysocki and Caro on the faceoff. It is won back by Julia Wysocki. Her long shot goes fluttering in. Caught a stick on its way through, and Karen reacts and dives on it to freeze play. Another faceoff between Caro and Wysocki. And Caro wins it back. Numbers the other way. Looking for the breakaway was Slocum. The pass came from Wise, and it was just had a bit too much heat on it. Went under her stick. Beautiful design on the breakout from Stonehill. Just lacking that final pass. And it'll be icing, so back the other way. Another defensive zone draw. It is won by Wysocki. Shot by Larson. Caught a deflection, but didn't reach Karen. Whacked along and out to center ice as it was pushed by Caro. Fired back in, why not retrieves. Long pass up ahead, Slocum off her stick. Didn't get a clean handle on it. Comes back to Barrett, right in the center circle. And she'll float it in as Stonehill goes out for a change. Caro closes off Ringer, and we'll get a penalty called against Catherine Caro. She'll head to the box. 2 minutes for holding. So now Post with 15:05 left to go in the third period. We'll go back to the man advantage. Both sides are 0 for 2 in this game today. Just 4 power play goals on the season for Post as battle along the boards. Patfield works against Russell. Russell will pick it up, curls in front of her own net, and will slide it all the way down where Hannah Saunders will leave it behind her net. Angeline Pitter picks it up. Annie Emmons will ski it forward and fires it in. Kasai picks it up all the way back in her own end. Carries it forward on the backhand. But wraps all the way around the boards where Why Not's on it. Plays it up ahead to Geist. Goes banking off the penalty box. 1 minute has expired on the Caro penalty. Post hasn't been able to sustain any pressure as it continues to wrap itself all the way around the boards, and wheeling behind her own net comes Grom. Her pass is too far out of the reach off the stick of Noonan, and will be fired back in. Spinning with it is Saka into the corner. 30 seconds left to go on the Caro minor penalty. Grom's pass off the boards. Desai on it. Fires it in cross ice where it's snagged out of the air by Karen, and she'll freeze play with 13:19 left to go in this third period. 15 seconds remaining on the power play for Post. It'll be a draw between Peterson and Walcom. Is won by Walcom, and she fires it all the way around. It'll come all the way down towards Saunders. 4 seconds left to go on the penalty, and it will expire. Post 0 for 3 on the power play today. Peterson moving in, trying to feed it along. She gets a shot off in the slot, and it's turned away by Karen, then goes up into the netting with 12:52 left to go in the third period. Both goaltenders pitching a shutout in this contest. Game 1 of 2 this weekend. Two sides will take a trip up to Bridgewater, Mass. for Game 2 tomorrow at 1 p.m. from Bridgewater Ice Arena. Curry holds it in. Wysocki down low, battles with Dyring Anderson. Russell picks it up. Connolly up ahead to Feeney. Bailey Feeney with some space. Walks down below the goal line. Battle below the goal line. Connolly is on it. Up to the point, Russell. Takes the shot and lets one go, and it's deflected into the corner. Uderlar plays it up ahead. Russell sticks it away. Dyring Anderson pinches in. Curry with some space. Curry walks in, and it's snagged out of the air by Karen. Offensive zone draw will come up. Jody Rose will take the face-off. Faces off with Mendezoon. Rose wins the face-off, but it comes out to neutral ice. It's Geist trying to play it off the boards. Goes all the way back down towards Karen. Ringer will be the first to the puck. Closed off by Barrett. Mendezoon pinches in as well. 3 on 2, they battle below the goal line. Ringer will pick it up in the corner. Now she's closed off. Rose sashaying her way in, tries to get a shot off, blows a tire and can't get a shot away. Up to the point. Noonan shot off the pad of Karen. Right on the doorstep was Rose. She couldn't get her stick on it, and now it's carried out through neutral ice. Off the pads of Saunders. Odd angle shot goes off the post by Achtel. And now Noonan the other way. Trying to bank it off the boards. Instead it goes fluttering into the Stonehill bench. We'll get a neutral zone face-off with 10:54 left to go in the third period. Grom and Caro on the face-off. It is won back by Catherine Caro. And it comes out to neutral ice. Delayed offsides, and it'll be offsides against Post. Desai put it in too quickly. So Grom and Caro again from the same dot. That's the same result. Catherine Caro with a win back. Almost disaster. Spadone stayed with it and kept it away from an odd man rush for Grom. Banked off the boards. Noonan chases after it into the corner. She battles with Squires. Squires up to Wise, but pinching in is Desai. Banked off the boards. Bodies go flying. Here's Kenmore with some space. 2-on-1 with Caro. Her shot is blocked and then skitters just wide. Caro on the rebound. Caro on the stuff attempt. And it's patted away by Saunders. Played in by Saka, under 10 minutes to go in the third. Banked off the boards. There's Desai. Top line back out for Stonehill. Connolly, Feeney, and Saka. Connolly on it. Back to the top D pairing and Dyering Anderson and Russell. Into the corner, it wraps around the boards. Connolly will pick it up. On the backhand, plays it to Feeney. Feeney closed off by Desai, and the puck will squirt out towards center ice and will head all the way down where Dyering Anderson will pick it up. Saka deflects it along. Feeney fires it in. Just over 9 minutes left to go now in the third period. Still no score between either side. Wysocki up ahead, turned it over. Connolly on it. Connolly, a spinning pass up to Geist. And now it's taken away by Karis Kell. Battle for the puck. Wysocki in the corner. Wraps behind the cage and has it taken away by Russell. Connolly still on the ice. Loses the puck. Moving in is a one-timer from Wysocki that goes high over the post. Wysocki on a stuff attempt. She scores! Hounding pressure by post, and it's Julia Wysocki breaking through with 8:38 left to go in the third period. Wysocki's fourth of the season, and it's 1-0 Eagles. She had the first one-timer that went high, stayed with it, and then when it came off the board, she was waiting for it to poke it past Alexa Karen, and the Eagles jump in front with 8:38 left to go in the third period. Rose wins the faceoff. And then whistle blows as 3 minutes go by. Inadvertent buzzer. We'll do it all over again at center ice between Rose and Walcom. There was a point during that whole scramble in which Connolly was upended, and that led to that odd man rush opportunity. Coach Lee J. Mirasolo talking with the officials now. Who also goes over to Pat Bingham. And we are back underway. Goes all the way down behind the net of Karen. So now Stonehill on the back foot. They've had some great chances, but haven't been able to break through. Turcotte racing after it. She'll get the icing called off with just over 8 minutes left to go in the third. Here comes Pitter. Taken away by Walcom. She gets tangled up, and that'll be a penalty against Post. It'll be Rowan Ringer to head to the box with 8 minutes left to go in the third period. We'll take a timeout as well with under 10 minutes to go. It's Wysocki and Post breaking through. And they are 8 minutes away from getting a Game 1 win on the CACC network. Back at the Sports Center of Connecticut, it's a 1-0 post lead. Julia Wysocki breaking through at 8:38. Got the assist from Tristan Curry, and now Stonehill looks to answer on the man advantage with 7:59 now left to go in this third period. Back to the power play. Penalty against Rowan Ringer. Gets called for hooking. Now this dangerous power play unit back out. Feeney, Caro, Actel, and Saka out there with Russell. Russell tried to hold it at the blue line, pops off her stick, and she'll have to retrieve it. Desai is spinning clear as it taken away by Noonan. Noonan racing after it. Russell gets the breakout going up ahead to Saka. Has it taken away, and now Russell finds Caro. Caro gains the red line. Flutters it cross ice. Off the bench comes Wise. Pitter turning away with it. Wise pinches in, as does Geist. Now Peterson with some space. Peterson's shot gets deflected away by Dyring Anderson. Up ahead, here's Geist. Geist walking in, 30 seconds to go on the power play. Geist takes the clear into the chest, keeps it in the offensive zone. Dyring Anderson at the blue line, back to Wise. Pitch and a catch, one-timer from Dyring Anderson. Doesn't get enough on it, kind of fanned on it, and just pops up in the air. Mendezoon in the corner. Spins and holds. Up to Dyring Anderson, walks in, long shot. Pad stop, Wise on the rebound, and Saunders is there for the stop and freezes play with 6:04 left to go in the third period. 5 seconds on the power play. Hannah Saunders with biggest stop of the game so far. On the rebound, Wise winded and fired, and it was into the pads of Saunders for the stop. Why not? Under deflection, it goes off the post. Caro caught the deflection, and Saunders thanked the post behind her. It stays a 1-0 game. Wysocki, the goal scorer, back into the attacking zone, and Wysocki trying to knife her way through, closed off. Why not with Saka? Off the board, Saka into the neutral zone. Saka works her way by. 2-on-2, Saka walks in. Shot is deflected. Feeney is there. Has it taken away by Curry. Off the boards, it's up to Russell. Doesn't get out to neutral ice. Russell fires it back in as we near 5 minutes left to go in this third period. Battle in the corner. It squirts all the way over to the opposite corner where Geist is waiting for it. Comes out to neutral ice. Geist is still with it. Russell fires it back in. Comes out to neutral ice. There's Russell on it. Stonehill looking to get back in as Geist gains the blue line. Looking to feed it up ahead to Actel. Goes off her stick and Rose is on it. Geist leads along. Caro races after it. Pitter the first one to it. Up to Ringer and through the neutral zone. Ringer plays it along. Under 4 minutes now to go in the third. Held in by Webster. Put it long over to Turcotte. It escapes her stick and comes out to neutral ice. Fired back in by Pitter. She'll head off for a change. That shot comes in from Rose and, by Luckman, and it's handled by Karen. Wise fires it in behind the net of Saunders. Connolly picks it up. That top line back out for Stonehill. Turnover. Grom walking in. Glove stop made by Karen. One-timer from Larson goes high above the bar. Grom holds it in the corner. Held off by Connolly. Farberman along with Devlin. Battle along the goal line where it's picked up by Russell. Feeney waiting to get on the ice. Turcotte is still out there. Off the pad of Karen, leaves it for Dyring Anderson. Saka can't get it out to neutral ice. Now it's Russell still with it. And Connolly will pick it up. Connolly into the attacking zone with just over 2 minutes left to go in third. This puck fired all the way back down, and icing will be called against Post. And so fresh legs will come out for Stonehill. Bailey Feeney will head off. She's probably still got pretty fresh legs. She was kind of caught in limbo trying to get onto the ice, but Post with good pressure kept the best top point getter, rather, for Stonehill off the ice. Held in at the point. Barrett shot is blocked by Peterson, and Peterson will force it all the way back down. Under 2 minutes left to go in the third. Post in search of its second ever win against Stonehill, looking to get back in the win column for the first time since October 26th. Now you start to watch, when does Karen go to the bench, and now she goes with 90 seconds left to go in the third. Empty net for Stonehill. Extra attacker out there. Comes down to the right on the blue paint. It was Actel. Kell keeps it alive, and it played out to neutral ice by Curry. Caro into the attacking zone. Actel takes it away, walks in. Her shot gets blocked on its way through. Up to the point, Dyring Anderson. Her shot is blocked by Makevakis. Under a minute to go now in the third. Still a 1-0 Post lead. Wysocki's goal, the difference maker. Battle along the half wall. It comes out to neutral ice where Russell is there with it. Wise up ahead. Caught a deflection from Connolly. 44 seconds left to go in the third. Connolly races after it into the corner. Behind the net, it's Larson. On the backhand up ahead. It floats up into the rafters. And it'll be an offensive zone draw with 33.7 seconds left to go in the third period. And Stonehill will take its timeout. Head coach Lee J. Mirasolo will draw something up for her top line. That has Saka, Feeney, Wise, Connolly, Russell, and Dyring Anderson on the ice. Meanwhile, for Post, Hannah Saunders has been phenomenal. She's looking for 33.7 more seconds to get her second win and second shutout on the season. Pat Bingham looking for his first win at home this season. It would be big for Post to get some more points on the season. 3 points would tie them with Assumption. Now the timeout. Empty net for Stonehill. Carroll will have the face-off against Jody Rose. She's got Saka and Actel with her. Draws one back, held in. Russell along the blue line. Shot is blocked on its way through, comes out to neutral ice. Russell up ahead. Here's Caro. Caro shot gloved out of the air by Saunders, and she'll stop play with 17.2 seconds to go in the third. Another big save made by Hannah Saunders. Officials are over at the scorers table. And they add 0.5 seconds back to the clock. 17.7 seconds offensive zone draw. That is one back by Stonehill. And then it goes out to neutral ice. Styring Anderson on it. 10 seconds to go. Russell up ahead to Caro. Tries to slide it across. Saka walks in. Shot is blocked and goes into the netting. Odd man opportunity. Caro had Saka and Feeney with her, and Feeney was left all alone at the back post. 4.6 seconds to go. Post in search of its second ever win versus Stonehill. And for its first win in nearly a month. Caro wins the drawback, comes to Russell. Shot from the point, blocked by Ringer, cleared, and that will do it. Wysocki, the winner with 8 minutes left to go, and Hannah Saunders pitches her second shutout of the season. And Post gets back in the win column for its first win since October 26th. And take down Stonehill for the second ever time. First win came last year on October 13th. And Stonehill won the next three meetings all in shutout fashion. Now Post flips the table and gets a much-needed win to improve to 3-9-1 on the season. For Stonehill, they dropped to 4-10, 4-5 in conference play. That's the third win in conference play for Post this season. And a much-needed win to get them back on track. That'll do it for today's broadcast from the Sports Center of Connecticut. It's Post with a 1-0 win. Julia Wysocki, the winner, with 8 minutes and 38 seconds left to go. I've been Matt Scalzo. Thank you for joining me for this broadcast. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Matt Scalzo joined alongside Julia Wysocki following the 1-0 win over Stonehill. Julia, you had the game winner. Can you walk us through what you saw on that play?
Yeah, I mean, we got in the offensive zone, and then Tristan Curry just made a really good read. She was coming around the net, and then she saw me, popped it, and then just one-timer and hit it in the far side pad.
For you guys, that first period, Stonehill was kind of on the front foot. What did Coach Bingham say during intermission that kind of changed things into the second and into the third?
Yeah, I mean, he told us really just to rely on each other. I mean, we know what to do. We know how to get it done. He kind of just told us, like, lay back, you know what to do, just work with each other, and then we pulled through.
As a team, first win since October 26th, how big was it to get back in the win column today?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it feels good to get a win. I think going into tomorrow, we feel really confident. We know what we have to do to get it done.
Well, congratulations on the win. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Matt Scalzo joined alongside Hannah Saunders following the 1-0 win over Stonehill. Hannah, you had your second shutout of the season. What was your defense doing in front of you that helped you get the win?
Absolutely everything. I mean, they were putting the whole body on the line and doing, like, absolutely everything to help me out. So that's not just on me. Like, this game was everyone just putting in their best effort, and we pulled through.
You guys kind of flipped the tables after that first period where Stonehill was on the front foot. As a team, what was said in that locker room?
Just to stay confident and believe in ourselves and never, like, stop the momentum. I think a big thing for us is staying consistent throughout the game, so I think we pulled through because of that.
A big win for you guys, first win in a few weeks. How do you carry this momentum forward into tomorrow's game?
Doing the exact same thing. I think there's really nothing much to say other than just putting our best effort and working together and making things happen.
Well, thank you, Hannah. Congratulations on the win.